Welcome back to Captain Dick Smith Field on the campus of Washington and Lee for the second game of our doubleheader action here between the Washington and Lee Generals and the number 5 Hornets of Lynchburg. Lynchburg got the W in the last contest just a few moments ago, so that record actually is now 11-1. Generals fall to 5-3 and 1-2 in ODAC play. Lynchburg improves to 1-0 in ODAC play, 11-1 overall. Both teams already getting ready to get going. We'll take a quick look at the starting lineups for both squads. Taking a look at Lynchburg's batting order. They're starting again with Brandon Garcia at shortstop, leading off for Lynchburg. Then they go to number 9, Joe Munitz, right fielder, batting second. Number 21, Benton Jones, batting third at second base. Number 10, Joe Gordon, the DH, he's coming in for the second game of the doubleheader. Number 44, Connor Moore, batting fifth, back there at catcher. Number 15, Gavin Collins at third base. And number 30, Jacob Henry at first base, batting seventh. Parker Cato in center field, number 4, batting eighth. And then number 6, Logan Webster in left field, batting ninth. Take a look at the Generals' defense in just a moment, but Lynchburg already getting ready with Garcia up at the plate. He led off the last game for both these squads. And then we take a look for the Generals at who they have starting pitching as the first one gets in there for a strike. Strike 2 quickly there from the arm of Fleming. Fleming getting the start in game 2 for Washington and Lee. Have his stats in just a moment. That one's knocked out down the line. Able to be picked up for the quick out. First out for Fleming. Retires Garcia. Now it's Munitz coming in at the second position, but taking a look at Matt Fleming, the season that he's put up early so far. He pitches in, deals in another strike there. Only 2 other starts earlier this season, both W's for the Generals. 5 innings pitched against Pfeiffer. Gave up 3 hits, 1 run and 1 earned run with a couple walks and 4 strikeouts. And then 3 1/3 as that one's ripped down the line. Digging for second is Munitz. And he'll get in there with the stand-up double in this first inning. That one right down the first base line. A tough play there for Carpenter. And Lynchburg has their first base runner of the second game of this doubleheader. But talking about Matt Fleming's numbers, he put up 3 1/3 against Randolph-Macon, 7 hits. 6 total runs and 6 earned against him. Couple of walks, couple of strikeouts. It was the second game of that 2-game series against Randolph-Macon that the Generals pulled out in 8 innings due to some darkness setting in at that field. Couldn't really see the ball, so they called the game, and that one goes down as a strike for Fleming. Jones, 1, 2, and 3 for Lynchburg, the same as 1, 2, and 3 in the first game of the doubleheader. Things start to get a little different as you get further in the lineup, as that one just popped straight up into the air. Thornton on the third base side, he makes the play. Checks over on the runner at second. 2 outs produced for Fleming and the Generals. Now a different face coming in for Lynchburg. It's Joe Gordon. He didn't make an appearance in the last game. Joe Gordon batting a .444 average. He's appeared in 5 games, 2 games started. Make that 3 now with this start here in this second game. And he rips that one down the right in between the shortstop and third baseman. There's going to be a play at the plate here. Thornton fails to cut that one off. And a quick early run there. Munitz able to go from second to home, score the run. Good piece of hitting there by Gordon, and an early run tacked on the board for the Lynchburg Hornets. Couple of early hits from Munitz, and then Gordon. Gordon not playing that first game, got the fresh legs, the fresh bat. Comes in there and first RBI of the game. And first RBI for Gordon of the season. Fleming comes home and deals in a strike one. Two more. Connor Moore also making his first appearance today. Did not appear in that first doubleheader game. He's batting .444 on the year. This is his fourth appearance. His third start. Or rather, sorry, his seventh appearance and fourth start. Oh, 2 count here. A big swing and a miss there. Say a foul tip was called, not caught in the glove, so Moore stays alive here. Fleming deals and wanted that one. Called strike 3, but the umpire, he'll disagree, says that one was just a little bit high. Close, very close call there. Tough take for Moore, but he holds off, and count goes 1-2. Same pitch. A little bit off-speed action there, and Fleming gets out of the inning with just one given up on 2 hits. But Lynchburg getting going quickly in this one, starting with the 1-0 lead thanks to the RBI. Driven in by Joe Gordon. We'll step aside as we move to the bottom of the first, where the Generals will get their first chance. Coming up in the lineup. Actually, we'll keep it here to take a quick look at the fielding arrangements for Lynchburg, or the batting lineup for the Generals, and then fielding arrangements for Lynchburg. For the Generals, a little bit of a different look. A couple new faces out there from the first of the doubleheader. Leading off will be Jonathan French, number 2. Center fielder, then number 42, Campbell Charnecko, the catcher. Then the shortstop, number 12, Nick Lagas, leading off us in the first inning. And again, Andrew Thornton, the third baseman, number 22. Number 35, Nathan DeWitt, the DH. Number 5, John Turner, left fielder. Number 15, Paul Ramsor, right fielder. Number 4, Preston Larmore, second baseman. And then kicking off the lineup, finishing the lineup off rather, is number 17, Mike Carpenter, the first baseman. Taking a look at Lynchburg's fielding arrangements. They got Moore back behind the plate, Henry at first, Jones at second, Garcia at short, Collins at third, Gordon the DH, Webster out in left field, Cato in center field, and then Munitz out there in right field. And on the mound for Lynchburg, it's number 33, Nick Matfield. And Nick Matfield, fifth-year senior. He's from Suffolk, Virginia, went to Atlantic Shores Christian High School, and he's made 3 appearances this season. So far in those 3 appearances, 17.1 total innings pitched, about 14 hits he's given up, 7 runs, 7 earned, a couple of walks this season, and 15 strikeouts, sitting at around a 3.63 ERA. He's made appearances against North Carolina Wesleyan, Marietta College, and York, where all 3 victories for Lynchburg. Gave up 7 hits. His most hits given up, and that came against his bout against York in 5 innings. And he gets us going here with a strike right down the middle. Once again, or rather, new face for the Generals in the starting lineup compared to last game. It's Jonathan French, replacing Teague, who was in center field last game. Hatfield deals. That one finds the zone. Quickly up 1-2 in the count. Jonathan French started 5 games. Make that 6 now. And we're here, and he knocks that one into right field. That one will get down. And a base hit to get things going for Washington and Lee does Jonathan French. The Generals trying to match Lynchburg's 1 run early here, and that base hit will certainly help. It's French's 3rd hit on the season. Now Charnecko, who had a double in the last game and reached on an error, comes up to bat. His double just barely missed going over the wall. He certainly has the power to do that almost any time he comes up to the plate as he takes strike 1 from Matfield. Matfield deals. French takes off, going to second. And he's in there safely. A good jump there by French. And now Generals get a runner in scoring position. Count sitting at 1-2. Or 1-1 rather. Matfield delivers home. That one hit to the left side of the infield. Charnecko will be out. Good play there made by the third baseman for Lynchburg. They record their first out of this second game. Now Nick Laga is stepping into the box. He batted third last time around as well. Recorded a hit in the first inning off of a light blooper. Matfield been with Lynchburg his entire career. And he's making an appearance now in his 5th year against Washington and Lee. And Matfield overthrows that one into center field. French taking a big turn around third. He'll stay home, though. And now Generals 90 feet away from tying this game up after Matfield really unnecessarily threw that one away. He wouldn't have gotten French out, you got to think. Just an errant throw. It'll go down as an error for Lynchburg. 1-0 count here. Sue Lagas. Lagas takes. That one's outside. Matfield deals. That one right down the middle. Lagas, good contact, trying to beat it out. They're going to say he's out, but the run at the plate will count. So the Generals tied this one up thanks to some error from the Lynchburg pitcher, overthrowing the ball on second. And the Generals tie this one up at 1 apiece. 2 down now, though. And Thornton, Andrew Thornton up to bat, also batted 4th the last game. Swings and misses on that one. A big swing and a miss there from Thornton. Finds himself down 0-2 in the count. Last game, the Generals, they had more hits than Lynchburg, just unable to string them together, unable to muster the offense that they were hoping for. Hoping to turn that around today, and already getting started early with 1 run matching the Hornets in the first. DeWitt is on deck were he to come up behind Thornton. Also, he batted 5th. Same as last game. Thornton swinging a miss there, going down on 3 strikes. But the Generals able to tie this one up, match Lynchburg's 1 run in the first as we move to the top of the second. And we'll take a quick look, because we weren't able to last time, at the Generals' fielding arrangements, see who's playing where. Got Charnecko behind the plate. DeWitt batting DH, as I mentioned. Carpenter at first. Larmore at second. Lagas at short. Thornton sitting at third. Turner out in left field. French out at center field. And Ramsor back again in right field. And then, of course, you got Fleming on the mound. See if Fleming's able to settle in. He had pretty looking good in that first inning. Just gave up a couple hits. The Generals had such a strong pitching performance the last time around from both sides. And I hope to expect to see more of that here. Fleming also on the season, sitting at a 7.56 ERA. Not the best, all things considered, although he did give up quite a few runs in that last contest against Randolph-Macon, where the Generals still pulled out a W. And as he gets going here early with a strike against Collins, who also appeared in the last game in the 6th hole now behind Moore. Count evens at 1 apiece. That one's in the dirt from Fleming. Count goes 2-1. Collins, towards the end of that last game, was really the catalyst for the Lynchburg offense. Got on base quite a few times against Charnecko and ended up scoring that third insurance run, which they ended up not needing. Collins was quite active in getting on the base pass and giving the Generals a little trouble this last game, so we'll see what he's able to do. The count now sitting at 2-2. He lines that one straight away center field. That one gets down, so Collins continuing his hot hitting streak over from the last game. And another hit for this Lynchburg team and a runner on first, nobody out. As Henry comes back up to the plate. He checked out early in the last game for Eric Hyatt, that is. See if Henry getting another appearance, another start in this one's able to do any damage. Didn't record a hit in the last one. Only had 2 plate appearances. Struck out 1 time in those. That one's fouled straight off, right off to the side, out of play. Count now falls to 0-2. Fleming. Deals. That one's inside. Good block by Charnecko, trying to throw him out down at second. And they're going to say Collins is in there safely. So a runner in scoring position now. Nobody out. Count moves to 1-2. Collins now in scoring position for Lynchburg, looking to regain the lead after the Generals matched their 1 run in the bottom of the first. Fleming hits him with the off-speed. Henry fooled by that one, and Henry goes down on strikes for the first out of the top of the second. Now, Parker Cato, 7-hitter coming up for Lynchburg, also appeared in that last contest. That one for Fleming misses inside. Ball 1. Fleming deals. He's able to find the zone there. Cato holds up on the swing. Fleming misses outside there. Cato again taking a look at his numbers. Started this game and last, so now all games, or rather appeared in this game and last, started both the games too, but he's appeared in every game for Lynchburg. 4 RBIs, only batting around 167 on the year. Another strike is dealt in there by Fleming. He's got 4 hits on the season as well. A hit here could come out big for Lynchburg, perhaps giving them the leading run. Fleming deals. Cato makes contact with it. A good play by Lagas fielding that ball, and Cato's out. Collins moves up to third. But with 2 outs now, Generals just need 1 more to get out of this one. Logan Webster, 9-hitter for Lynchburg, coming up here in the 2nd inning. He also made an appearance in that last game. Their leading batting average as of before last game on the season at .353. Fleming wanted the strike there, but the umpire thought that one was just a little inside. Count goes 1-0. He's able to find the zone with that one. And that one skied out to right field over the head of Ramsour. And now Webster's going to keep it moving all the way to second base. Ramsour just misread that one. Webster, good contact. That ball kept carrying, and Collins will come in to score. Lynchburg, couple of runs in 2 innings now against Fleming. Ramsour just unable to catch up to that one as it kept trailing behind his head. And Lynchburg regained the lead up 2-1, and Charnecko already going out to his pitcher. Wanted just to talk things through. 4 hits already in a couple innings, but no reason to panic for the Generals. Just Charnecko trying to calm his pitcher down and let him know what he'd like to see. Fleming deals home. Hits him with the off speed that gets in there for strike 1. Garcia already back up to hit in the 2nd inning. Fleming deals again. That one skied into shallow left field, just out of play. Lag is at short and Turner in left field. Both went for it. Thornton from third was also in the vicinity. No one able to come up and make the play, though. Count moves to 0-2. Garcia was retired in his earlier plate appearance. Has an opportunity to drive in a 2nd run this inning for Lynchburg. That one's taken outside for ball 1. Fleming deals that one. Fouled off. Out of play down the left field side again. Garcia having a tough time catching up to a couple of these, but fighting them off. Fleming comes home. Garcia lines that one straight up the middle. It's going to be fielded by French in center field. He goes home with it. Not able to make the play in time. And another Lynchburg run comes across the plate thanks to a clutch double there by Garcia, stealing an extra base after that throw home. Lynchburg now lead by a score of 3-1. Still 2 out in the second. Munitz scored the first run. He's coming back up to bat. And a base hit in the first. Fleming deals. And there for strike one. Lynchburg have a little 2-out rally going on here. A couple runs with 2 outs. See if W&L are able to get out of it with just the 2 runs given up. That one's skied away. Shallow right field. Armour coming up and making the play, but not before Lynchburg tack on a couple of extra runs. After some base hits, one that flew over Ramsor's head, scored a run, and then an RBI up the middle by Garcia. We'll take a step aside as we move to the bottom half of the second. And we're back here at the bottom of the second. Generals find themselves down 3-1 after a couple runs. Couple of run support from Lynchburg that last inning. See what DH Nathan DeWitt can do up to bat. Finds himself down 0-1 with the strike one from Matfield. DeWitt also batted DH in their last contest just a few hours ago. Same spot, same position for DeWitt this time around. Count evens itself at 1 apiece for Matfield to deliver. That one's also outside. Count goes 2-1. Matfield again, same spot, just a little bit outside. And hitters count now for DeWitt sitting at 3-1. Matfield ready to deliver. Comes home. Big swing and a miss there from DeWitt. The count sitting at full 3-2. Nobody out. DeWitt, the first batter Matfield has seen this inning. Comes right back to him, right down the middle. Finds strike 3 for his second strikeout of the affair. Sits down DeWitt for John Turner now. Come up to bat. Turner, the Generals' only RBI of the last game. Rips it right down the line at third, but a great play there from Collins. Throws it to Henry. Secure the second out of the inning for Lynchburg. Quick at bat there. That'll bring up Paul Ramsor with 2 outs. Ramsor unable to get on base in the last contest. Still is only his first appearance here today. We'll see what he's able to do now. Matfield in there for strike 1. Ramsor opting to take that one. Get a feel for Matford. Ramsor knocks that one into right field. A great play coming up was Munitz to grab that one, and a quick 1-2-3 inning for Matfield and Lynchburg. We'll head to the top of the third with Lynchburg up 3-1. And we're back at Captain Dick Smith Field on the campus of Washington and Lee. Lynchburg back up to bat here. It's going to be Jones, Gordon, then Moore. 3, 4, and 5 for the Hornets. Coming up to face Fleming. Jones takes that one from Fleming in there for strike 1. Jones didn't reach on his first plate appearance. Slices that one, though, into left field. Turner right where he needs to be, coming up, making the catch and securing the first out for the Generals. Now Gordon coming up to bat. He had a RBI in that first inning, scoring Lynchburg's first run on a base hit. Jones making his first appearance of the day in this second game of the doubleheader. He takes ball 1 there. Fleming deals. That one also inside for ball 2. Gordon takes once again. All these pitches coming inside from Fleming. Count quickly balloons to 3-0. See if Gordon opts to just take it here. He does so. That one's in there for strike 1. Still heavily favorable, though. Hitters count here for Gordon on the delivery. And he laces that one right up the middle for his second base hit of the day. Gordon, good piece of hitting there, just waiting on it. Waiting for his pitch, and finds himself on first. Now it's Moore coming in. He struck out in his first plate appearance, replacing Pokarak behind the plate from the first game. Lefty Moore in there takes strike 1. Fleming. Comes set. He deals home. That one just a little bit high. Crowd there almost expecting a strike. Fortunately didn't get it. Crowd size has held up for both games. A decent group of people out here that we've had coming to watch some ODAC baseball. That one's fouled straight up and behind. Make the count 1 and 2. 4 more. A good W&L crowd and a good Lynchburg crowd out here today. Support their teams, and a beautiful day for baseball as well. The weather just perfect. Fleming throws over to first. No real challenge over there. Just trying to keep the runner honest. And more with the 1-2. Fleming goes back over to first. Fleming comes home, and it's a big swing and a miss there from Moore, and secures his second strikeout on Moore of the day. His third overall. Now here comes Collins up to the plate. Scored a run and has a hit already in this one. He's been really consistent over these last couple games, getting on base and scoring runs for Lynchburg. That one right into the gap in left field for Collins, his second base hit of the day. And Gordon digging for third there. He's able to slide in safely. So runners on the corners now. And 2 outs for Henry up at the plate. So Lynchburg already more hits through 3 innings, or even less than 3 innings, than they had the entire last game. The offense certainly coming around and coming alive here for the Hornets. See if they're able to capitalize on this golden opportunity with Henry up at the plate. The Generals with a quick mound meeting. Just trying to go over what they expect and what they need from Fleming, hoping that he can get out of this jam. The umpire coming to let them know that it's enough time. The whole team, besides the outfield, in there discussing what they need. Charnecko giving some last thoughts to Fleming before Henry steps into the box. Henry now ready to begin his at-bat. Fleming comes set and deals. And misses upstairs for ball 1. Henry still yet to get on base in his 2 appearances, or rather 4 appearances at the plate today. We'll see if he's able to change that, as that one's fouled straight back. Finds himself in a 1-1 count. Fleming trying to get out of this predicament he finds himself in with the runners on the corners. He deals. Henry hits that one right to second. Laga's obstacle right to second base for the final out. That'll conclude top of the 3rd. So Fleming able to get out of that situation without a run given up. Score for the Generals still sitting at 3-1 as we step aside for just a brief moment. We get ready for the top or the bottom of the 3rd. Preston Larmore coming up for the Generals. Got 8, 9, and 1 for the Generals this inning. Larmore getting things going. He'll face the first pitch from Matfield of the bottom of the third. He rips that one right to the shortstop. First pitch, ground out, quick out again for Lynchburg. Something that they've done a lot of today is forcing quick ground outs and quick flyouts that have really put the Generals into a tough position, especially if they're able to get a couple hits, but oftentimes it's come already with 1 or 2 outs. We'll see what Carpenter's able to do in the 9 spot. He'll opt to take the first pitch. That one in there for strike 1. Matfield has found his groove a little bit here the last few batters. He lines that one straight up the middle. Second baseman able to get over to it. A high throw. Henry is able to get down with that one in time. The second out of the third. Back up to the top of the lineup with Jonathan French. He scored the only run of the day for the Generals so far. Led off with a base hit. Start the game and ended up coming all the way around to score. See if he's able to replicate that success. That one's low for ball 1. Getting some support from the Generals crowd. Matfield deals. And again, that one comes in low. Matfield so far today, 26 pitches, 19 of which have been strikes. So pretty efficient work from Matfield as this count goes 3-0 now. Losing his control a little bit here. We'll see if French opts to just take this next one or he has the full green light. That one just inside, catches the inside corner. Blues calls it first strike of the at-bat. 3-1 count now. 2 outs for French. That one also right down the pipe. Count quickly turns full. French barely gets his bat on that one, but lines it straight away into center field for his second base hit of the day. Good piece of 2-out, 2-strike hitting there from French. And that'll bring up Campbell Charneco. He's always a big threat when he comes up to the plate with his power. See what he's able to muster here with 2 outs. French having to get back after a quick throw over. Back in plenty of time. Matfield thinking about him a little bit over there on first. Goes back over to first. French less of a lead that time and no need to slide back. Matfield deals home. That one inside for ball one to Charnecko. Charnecko with just the one hit in the first half of the doubleheader. That was a long double, almost left the yard, but just stayed in. Reached the base one other time that contest, but so far, there's one appearance today. Grounded out. French with taking his lead on first. Matfield once again throwing back over, trying to keep French close to the bag. Again, stepping off. French that time just stepping back to the bag. Matfield really thinking about him, trying to keep him over there. French does have the speed to steal. Throws back over again. French again with the same lead. Matfield deals home. That one in there for strike one on Charnecko. Comes home again. French taking off this time. And the throw in plenty of time. Umpire says French out there, caught stealing on that one. Good throw from behind the plate by Moore. And Generals, nobody stranded in that inning. Still unable to really get a whole lot going offensively this last couple innings as Lynchburg maintain their 3-1 lead. And we're back here for the start of the fourth inning. I'm joined by my partner, Ryan Connell, coming over from men's lacrosse. And it's good to have you here, Ryan.
Good to be here, Shane. Happy to be here for the second part of this doubleheader. Lynchburg with a 3-1 lead. New pitcher in the game for Washington Lee, the junior right-hander from Cream Ridge, New Jersey, number 31, Brody Pasica. Third appearance of the season for him. His last outing last Saturday against Randolph, making 2 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 walks, and 2 strikeouts.
And he gets ready to deal here for the 0-0 pitch. That one upstairs for ball one. Lynchburg certainly have had the upper hand offensively in this one with the 7 hits so far. See if a new pitcher for the Generals can calm that down. Ball two coming in there from Pasica.
That closes the line on Matt Fleming. He pitched the first 3 innings for the Generals, 7 hits, 3 runs all earned, and 3 strikeouts through 54 pitches. But exits before the start of the 4th.
Sika again upstairs. Quickly, count falls to 3-0 on Cato. It's Cato's second appearance at the plate this game. Sika deals. That one just a tad bit inside, so a 4-pitch walk. Start Pasika's day and to start the 4th inning for the Lynchburg Hornets.
A guy like Cato on at the bottom of the lineup for the Hornets. Webster here, if you do your job and get it back to the top of the lineup, you have best hitters coming in to try and drive in another run, working with a 3-1 lead. Hornets scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, or held off the scoreboard in the 3rd.
And Webster did have a hit in his earlier plate appearance, drove in a run. We see strike 1 there from Pasika. It's a good sign for him, able to bring it back after that 4-0 walk. He throws over to first there. No real threat. Stealing was Cato. Just a small lead over there that he has at first. Pasika deals. That one finds his own for strike 2, and opposite of that last at-bat, Pasika now up 0-2 in the count. Runner on first in Cato. He comes home. That one just a little bit outside there. No chase from Webster. Webster in that bottom of the spot of the lineup for Lynchburg has done a good job today and a good job overall on the season, just getting hits, getting on base, and being a guy at that bottom of the lineup that can continue it back up to the top for them, and he fouls that one straight back. Count remains 1-2.
Yeah, Webster entered the day leading the Hornets in batting average at .353. Well, the second on the team after an 0-for-3 in Game 1, but an RBI double in his last plate appearance back in the 2nd inning.
Pasika on the 1-2. Drills that one out to right field. Ramsor getting down on it. They're going to say he didn't come up with it. Drops that one in right field. Now the top of the lineup back up for Lynchburg with nobody out. There's a couple balls this game that Ramsor just hasn't played exactly how maybe he would have liked. It's another example of one there, and that one just gets away from him.
That flips the lineup back to Garcia in the top of the order for the Hornets. First and second and nobody on, or nobody out, I should say.
Garcia with a hit and an RBI in this contest already. He lays down a bunt down the third base side. Tough play at first. That throw gets away. And a run will come in. Garcia moving to second. 2 runs to come in for Lynchburg. A base-clearing bunt there by Garcia. And Lynchburg expand their lead now 5-1. After an errant throw over to first base that allowed Garcia to clear the bases.
Coach White's going to ask a conversation with the first base umpire because when Garcia ran to the first base bag, the player covering first base and Larmore got tripped up, which then didn't allow him to get over to the ball that rolled all the way towards the Generals bullpen. And so Coach White just looking for a word for potential interference or obstruction to try and negate what would be 2 runs coming across there.
He tried to make his case a couple times last game around. Umpires weren't too receptive to his concerns. We'll see what they decide here. Lynchburg's offense this game certainly coming alive a lot more than what we saw last time around. And it looks like Coach White's not too pleased with the end result of that conversation as he's still standing out on the field, trying to reason with a different umpire. Looks like play will continue now as Units comes up to the plate. Still nobody out. Runner on second for Lynchburg here in the top of the fourth. Pasika deals home. Finds that one in there for strike one.
Well, it started as perhaps not a true sacrifice, but just an ambitious bunt attempt by Garcia. A worst-case move, the runner's over, actually brings them both in. Gets himself on base as well.
That one laced into right field by Muniz. He's digging. Looking maybe for two. Garcia coming home. It's another RBI there for Joe Muniz. Lynchburg expanding their lead this inning, now up 6-1. Good piece of hitting there from Muniz. Solid pitch that he liked and drove that one right into right field. That brings up Ben Jones, who 0 for 2 so far in this contest. Looks like Coach White's going to step back out onto the mound. At least have a conversation with Pasika.
It's an inning, a leadoff walk. A single on a ball that is close to being caught in right field, then a bunt attempt that goes for an infield single. The ball gets away on the throw. 2 runs come around to score on the error, and then a single to bring in that runner off second base for Lynchburg has helped them put 3 runs across with still nobody out here in the top of the fourth.
And they're really getting to that hot part of their lineup with Jones coming up here, but Gordon already coming up next with 2 hits, and then Collins a couple batters later with 2 hits, and has really been hot all day, coming back from that first game of the doubleheader as well. So we'll see how W&L fares here with runner on first, nobody out. That one just a little bit outside for Pasika, and a 1-0 count now onto Jones. Eyeballing the runner over there at first. Foul tip, so the steal attempt for Muniz won't count. He'll have to go back. Count evens at 1 apiece. Step off really quick, throw over to first. No real lead for Muniz. The 1-1. Finds the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 count now on Jones. Sika looking to pick up the first out of the inning. See if he can do so at the plate. That one fouled away, staying alive for Ben Jones. Played the entire first part of the doubleheader as well. 1-2 count and it deals. Units took off there. I'm going to say that throw was in time for Charnecko. Second pickoff of the day now for caught stealing of the day now for Charnecko. The first out for the Generals comes on the base pass. Potentially a little bit momentum there for the Generals starting to build after a rough start to begin this inning. 2-2 count. That one hit right off the end of the bat, right to the first baseman. It's just 2 quick outs now for the Generals after that tough start, and looks like the mound visit from Coach White at least did a good job to calm the nerves of Pasica and the rest of this Generals team.
A good throw there from Charnecko to get the runner out, and then tied up Jones inside. All he could do was get enough, squeeze one over to first base for Carpenter to grab it.
A little off speed in there for strike one. It's Gordon up to bat now. 2 for 2 so far today, 1 RBI in his 2 plate appearances. I'm going to say he went around there, the first base umpire. So quickly 0-2 on Gordon, and a chance to get out of the inning for Pasica and W&L. He deals home. That one just a little low. Trying to get Gordon to chase, not biting on that one. That one hit right to Lagas at short. Clean and fieldy. And that'll do it for us in the top of the 4th, but Lynchburg able to get 3 runs across without any outs on the board. Expand their lead 6-1. Already up to 10 hits through 4 innings. As I said, a 6-1 lead for Lynchburg. Now back at Captain Dick Smith Field on the campus of Washington and Lee. Generals back up to bat. 2, 3, and 4 expected to go this inning. Charnecko, Lagas, and Thornton. Charnecko steps into the box to face Matfield for his second time against him. Matfield deals that one inside for ball 1.
Charnecko was at the plate at the end of the 3rd inning when Jonathan French was gunned out at second base to retire the side. It's a fresh count here as he steps in the home half of the 4th.
That one right down the pipe for Matfield. In for strike 1.
And Matfield through the first 3 innings gave up just 2 hits, both to Jonathan French. 1 run, 2 strikeouts through 32 pitches. And faced just 10 batters across the first 3 innings.
Certainly some efficient work so far from Matfield, but that one misses inside, and count moves 2-1. Matfield comes home with it. Charnecko wanted to swing there, held up. Thought it was inside. But Blue says that one's a strike, and the count now evens at 2-2. Charnecko off the end of the bat there, right to third base. Collins throwing across the diamond, and he'll secure the first out of the second. That'll bring up Nick Lagas for his second appearance or at-bat of the game.
In that at-bat there, Shane, that second strike's called into Charnecko there. It makes him more inclined to swing at that pitch that he gets out on to protect the inside corner with 2 strikes for what was just called strike 2, and all it is a weakly hit ball to third base.
Big cut there from Lagas on the first pitch. Umpire giving the catcher a little bit of time as he got hit there with the ball. But as you said, Ryan, yeah, Charnecko didn't like that call on the inside and then almost felt forced to protect that inside corner where he grounds out.
Lagas won 1 for 4 in game 1. He's trying to muster up some hits here for the Generals. They've scattered 2 across the first couple of innings.
Fouls that one off the catcher again. Once again, just umpire giving the catcher some time to recoup himself. Always such a tough job back there, getting hit by ball over and over again, and it's like Lynchburg coach just coming out to check on Moore.
Give him an extra clean off a home plate, too, just to give him an extra second or two. And it's tough, back-to-back pitches to get hit in a couple different spots. Never feels good behind the plate, but Matfield ahead 0-2 here against Nick Lagas.
See what he opts to bring home here. Matfield, that one a little outside and low for ball 1. Lagas holding up. I think the Generals, any moment, would like to get their offensive production going. It's been a bit of a struggle across both games today. Only 2 hits so far through 3. That one, good eye again from Lagas outside. Count evens at 2 apiece. And the 2-2. Lagas hits that one out into right field, dying quickly and unable to make a play is Munitz. And Lagas able to be the first base runner for the Generals in the 4th. Big piece of hitting there, and that'll bring up Andrew Thornton.
Thornton struck out in his last at-bat in game number 2. One of the few Generals players not to get a hit in game number 1 either. A guy that has been really good all season for Washington and Lee. 12 for 30 entering game number 2. That was just the second game this season in game number 1 that he did not record a hit. He has multi-hit games and all but 1 that he's recorded a hit. So handful of multi-hit games for him this season. Team best 9 runs batted in as well. With a guy on here in the 4th inning, just trying to put a ball in play.
The first pitch he sees is right down the middle for strike 1. Thornton, as you said, Ryan, trying to get uncorked today, trying to find that first hit for him. And you got to think, with how he's been playing this season, that can come at any moment. Generals need just about everything that they can get here as Matfield will go back over to first. Again, trying to keep Lagas close to the bag. Throw over there again. There's been a few pickoffs in that first game of the doubleheader, and a couple times they've been caught stealing, so Matfield just trying to keep that up, trying to make sure that Lagas doesn't take too much over there. 0-1 to Thornton ends up low for ball one. Matfield deals. That one moved back into the zone. More unable to grab that one. Still a little bit high, though, and that one will go down as ball two.
Very much froze Thornton on an inside breaking ball. Just didn't come back to catch enough of the plate for the home plate umpire.
Another throw over there. A bit closer that time, but Mike is still able to get back in there. Some boos from the W&L fans.
Keeping him quite honest at first base.
He deals home. Lagas takes off for second on that wild pitch. And he'll be able to get in there safely. Moore just unable to really get a good block on that one. Lost it in the dirt a little bit, and Lagas read that one well.
And Moore did well to slide and keep it in front of him, but also the better decision, not even bother to throw it down to second base. Lagas was just a few feet from the bag by the time he picked it up.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those late throws overthrown today, especially when they don't have a chance. So better just to hold on to it. 3-1 count for Thornton. That one inside. Misses, and Thornton take the walk, and runners on first and second now for one out. And for DeWitt to try to put a ball in play.
That at bat there by Thornton, not really buying into anything off the plate. Stayed disciplined looking for his pitch and trying to run it back inside a little bit, but wasn't flinching that time. DeWitt takes the first pitch out of the zone for ball one, and now having Lagas down at second and Thornton on first, an opportunity here to try and keep this inning alive and potentially bring in some runs for Nathan DeWitt.
Again, that one outside by Matfield. 2-0 count for DeWitt. Last couple counts been favorable for these Generals batters. Matfield unable to find the zone a little bit here. That one right off the end of the bat of DeWitt. Matfield opting just to take the safe out, going to first. So two outs for Lynchburg now, but runners on second and third rather. A big chance now for John Turner coming to the plate.
Now batting number 5, John Turner.
The way that Turner swung the bat in game number one. See if the Hornets either opt to put him on base or at least talk through strategy when trying to get him out. 2 for 3 with an RBI in the first game, and he's on second and third. And although it's a 5-run game, single here really can plate 2 and bring it back to a 3-run game in a hurry. So, Lynchburg coaching staff going to take a mound visit here to talk to Matfield.
Like you said, Ryan, really just talking over strategy, figuring out the best pitches to throw to him. It's a big spot, though, for the Generals. Turner's able to come up with a hit. You got to think that would score, too, and start bringing them back into this game. So Turner steps into the box. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. The delivery. One again inside from Matfield. Seems to be missing a lot that way. on these last few batters. Turner, a big cut. That one trailing foul. We'll see if the left fielder is able to get under it. And good job there of Webster getting to that ball, tracking it under the sun, and able to record the final out on Turner. General Strand 2 on base, and we'll move to the top of the 5th after this. Welcome back to Captain Dick Smith Field on the campus of Washington and Lee. Just about ready to get going with top of the 5th. The Generals with the pitching substitution. It's going to be Cal Raleigh coming into the game for the Generals. Or, sorry, wrong name.
Raleigh Kraft.
Raleigh Kraft.
You had Seattle Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh on your mind. That's
Wrong
okay,
name,
Shane. That's okay. I'm sure he'd take a Cal Raleigh.
He probably would, yeah.
Raleigh Kraft, the 6'3 right-hander, sophomore from Lexington, Kentucky, steps in. He pitched on Tuesday for the Generals and an inning in relief, 2 hits, a run, and a strikeout. We'll get the ball here in the top of the 5th.
Oh, first pitch inside on Moore, and that one hits him right on the leg. So early base runner for Lynchburg this inning, and Raleigh obviously still getting into the flow of things, just checking into the game.
It's one of those days for Moore behind the plate. When it finds you, it finds you. Got hit twice in the last inning behind the plate, gets hit with his first pitch of the at-bat he has to start off the next half inning.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's fine doing that, taking one for the team. And he'll take off for second after that one gets through the legs of Charneco. So already now, 1-0 count and a runner on second. Before Kraft's even thrown his third pitch. We'll see if he's able to calm the nerves a little bit and reel it in here, facing Collins. He deals home. That one, I'm going to say, just a tad high. Just above the letters of Collins.
Collins, one of the 5 different Lynchburg players with multiple hits here in Game 2. We have 5 players each with 2 hits apiece of the starting 9. And he takes ball 3 out of the zone. It's been well split up across the lineup, too. Multiple hits at the 1, 2, 4, 6, and 9 spot in the order for the Hornets. That's a 4-pitch walk. But Collins on base for the 3rd time here in Game 2. And first 2 guys reach for the Hornets in the top of the 5th.
Kraft just coming into the game, trying to find his stuff. It's tough when you hit the first batter and then your second pitch sends him right over, but pinch hitter now for the Hornets, Jacob Wright, coming into the game. First freshman from Chesapeake, Virginia. He's getting his first look of baseball in this doubleheader. See what he's able to come in and do, the lefty. Kraft deals, and he shows bunt down the left side, but that ball ends up foul. Strike one on Wright. Wright checking into the game for Jacob Henry in the 7 spot. Henry checking out of both games early. Kraft there able to get his second strike of the at-bat. Finds himself up 0-2. He deals home, right down the middle for strike 3, and his first strikeout of the day. Just 3 solid pitches there from Kraft, and hopefully he's able to settle down now a little bit after those 2 early base runners. Cato now coming up to the plate.
Cato walked and scored his last time up for the Hornets.
Kraft finding the zone now. That one right where he wanted it. Strike 1 on Cato. Trying to catch him off guard at second base, and the ball slips into center field. Bobbled in center field does French, and the run comes home all the way from second base on the pickoff attempt. French trying to back that play up in center field, unable to grab the ball. Runners advance from second to home and from first to second. It's an unfortunate pickoff attempt there for the Generals.
Yeah, Kraft trying to pick off the runner at second. Misled Lagus with the throw, so an error as that gets to center field, and then French couldn't field it cleanly. And that allows the runner to come around from third as well, so a pair of errors on the play for the Generals. Compound into a run for the Hornets.
Kraft deals. That one high and outside once again. Count moves to 2-1. A lot of miscues defensively for the Generals. Up to 3 errors already. That's contributed to a lot of these Lynchburg runs. That one in there for strike 2. Lynchburg also, their offense has done a much better job of coming alive in this game. It's really all compounded together to give them this 7-1 lead. Kraft comes home with it and able to get the second strikeout in a row. This time sitting down Cato. And 2 outs for the Generals. A couple strikeouts now coming from Kraft. And it'll be Webster in the 9-hole now for Lynchburg.
Webster's done well on the 9 spot today. 2 for 2. 2 runs scored and an RBI here in game 2.
Big cut there by Webster. Unable to catch up to it. Kraft now starting to find the zone a little bit with his pitching. He just steps off for a moment, catching his breath. Kraft comes set and deals. Catches the inside corner. And Webster didn't like that one too much. But the umpire's been calling that one all day. Quickly 0-2 now on Webster. That one just outside for Kraft, and count moves to 1-2, but a good pitch there. Certainly close enough where Webster might have chased, but he holds up there. That one on the inside corner. Webster just battling that one off, knowing he has to go inside because those inside calls have been there. A foul tip right into the glove for strike three. 3 strikeouts there from Kraft. But unfortunately for the Generals, a miscue on a pickoff attempt. The ball goes into center field, and the Hornets tack on another run. We're back here on the campus of Washington and Lee for some top of the 5th action. Oh. Bottom of the 5th action, sorry for you. On Captain Smith Dick Field. One defensive substitution for Lynchburg. Eric Hyatt checking in for Henry at first base. The only substitution that we see in this inning. Ramseur now up at the plate. The number 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Generals due up. And Ramseur takes ball 1 from Matfield, who's still out there going into his 5th inning of work for Lynchburg. Ramseur drills that one over and able to sneak that one through first and second base for a leadoff hit. Hoping to get this Generals offense rolling. It's certainly a good way to start for Ramseur.
First hit for a General named Jonathan French here in the second inning, or Nick Lagus here in game number 2. Lagus, a single last inning for the Generals, but got stranded at third base. The end of the inning, we'll see. Having the leadoff guy here on can help the Generals in the bottom of the 5th.
Matfield gets that inside call on Larmore as he steps into the box for his second AB. Matfield's pitch gets in the dirt. A good stop there by Moore, though. Keeps Ramseur at first. Matfield deals. That one outside for ball 2. Larmore staying in there, staying patient. Generals still looking to get their offense moving and flowing together in this one. Umpire takes the timeout real quick.
So Larmore used one of his called times at the plate, so the home plate umpire to make sure everybody was aware.
Throw over on Ramsor. Not in time. He gets back. A small lead over there on first. Foul ball right off the end of the bat for Larmore. Count sitting at 1-2. Ball in the dirt. That'll make it 2-2. Larmore standing strong in the box. Here comes Matfield. That one in the dirt again. The count moves to 3-2.
Not much action down in the Lynchburg bullpen, just tossing the pigskin down in the opposing bullpen just to loosen up, but nobody ready and warming for the Hornets as Matfield, as this count goes full.
And he deals. That one well inside there, and the Generals now first and second batters getting on base. This is exactly what they could have asked for. With Mike Carpenter coming up to the plate and about to get back up to the top of their lineup. Carpenter can get on base here as well, or maybe get a base hit. Could be the start of something big for the Generals here.
Carpenter struggled in the first game, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Shows bunt, but pulls it back here. Got out in his last at-bat here in game number 2. This is just his second plate appearance in the home half of the 5th. And now, or the catcher will call time to take a walk out to Matt Fields.
Just trying to be on the same page with this pitcher, knowing that this could be a potential big spot, depending on how things go.
More than anything here, too, you want to make sure that if he is going to square and bunt, who's going to cover where and where the play is. And in that scenario, if you're Matfield and you're falling off towards the first base side of the rubber as a right-hander, and if the bunt's off the third base line, is the third baseman charging and just trying to get the out at first, or are you trying to field and look for the, any base situation? But you have to think more or less going to take the out and allow the runners to move up 90 feet with a 6-run lead.
Carpenter shows bunt again. He pulls it back. That one in there for strike one.
We'll see Hyatt, the first baseman, playing in on the grass, too. Really one to help move a little bit closer to help field that bunt. So perhaps content on just to scoop it up.
Carpenter pulls it back again. And he'll see strike two come in there again. Got to think now that with 2 strikes, he's not going to show bunt here, especially since he's pulled it back the last 2 times. Matfield deals. That one skied straight up in the air, right to the first base side. That one put away by Hyatt for the first out of the inning. Not exactly what the Generals are hoping for there out of Carpenter, but top of the lineup coming up here with French.
Yeah, that ball was ruled out almost immediately for an infield fly. Runners on first and second and less than 2 outs. So it's an empty trip to the plate in terms of moving runners over, and still you got first and second with less than 2 outs. If for your leadoff hitter, and Jonathan French, she's strike number 1. It's been a 2-for-2 start for him in game 2. Scored a run, stole a base, also got thrown out stealing.
And he shows a bunt, but that one just in there for strike 2, and quickly now down 0-2 in the count. Matfield comes home. That one low and outside for ball 1. It's a big spot here for French.
As for a new ball as the pitcher, Matfield. Up to 68 pitches now. You're through 4 1/3 and working to French. Just one right-hander starting to loosen in the pen now for Lynchburg.
Matfield deals home. That one just a little bit up high. A little outside. Count goes 2-2. Good eye there from French. French fouls that one off. Fighting away at Matfield's pitches. And the bullpen for Lynchburg, it looks like that's 41 Tyler Fischel getting ready, the sophomore from Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. Count now on French. It's gone full. Worked it from 0-2 up to 3-2. Fouls that one off again. French going to work here. Trying to find his pitch.
Just trying to find a way to get himself on base. Infield playing back.
And not the most beautiful of swings there from French. Got caught up on the inside and just forced to swing there. But great pitch there from Matfield. Had him tied up, and great second out of the inning. A big strikeout there for the Hornets. And I'll bring up Charnecko now with 2 outs, trying to see if he can do any damage. He'll take strike 1 right down the middle. One outside for a ball. This will be an excellent job if Matfield's able to get out of this inning. Runners on first and second, nobody out, and able to push it to 2 outs here. That one just a little bit outside for ball 2. Especially considering that the bottom of the lineup got on, but the top of this Generals lineup struggling a little bit here against Matfield. That one in the dirt again for ball 3. Favorable count now for Charnecko. And he swings on the 3-1. Shortstop opts to go to third, but then switches to first. And he still makes the throw in time to end the inning. So the Generals strand 2 after getting 2 on. First 2 batters that Matfield faced got on, and the Generals strand 2 as this game remains 7-1 Lynchburg. Back here at Washington and Lee.
Brandon Garcia.
Top of the 6th inning. Back at the top of the lineup for Lynchburg with Garcia, Munitz, and Jones. Still Kraft out there pitching for the Generals. And he deals home for strike one.
Riley Kraft in the first inning of work. Despite a leadoff walk, gave up 1 run, a couple errors, a walk, but he struck out 3 guys to get all 3 outs. And comes inside that time on Garcia.
Garcia, better second game than he had in his first. Unable to reach base in his first game, but a couple hits here and 3 at-bats so far as that one goes back outside. Count moves to 2-1 on Garcia. And inside there, hits Garcia right on the leg, and back-to-back innings where the first batter gets hit by Kraft. Early base runners in both innings for Lynchburg. That'll bring up Joe Munitz.
Munitz a 2 for 3 day and a run scored and an RBI. Also got caught stealing by Charneco. Couple innings back for the Hornets. Lynchburg trying to tack on some more run support for Matfield. If they can keep what is a 6-run lead or even add to it. Matfield at 78 pitches through 5. Perhaps let them at least go out there for the 6th.
Kraft outside again with that one. Quickly a 2-0 count on Munitz. Garcia standing on first. Gives him a quick look over there. And he'll come home. Again, just a little bit high and outside. 3-0 count now. See what Munitz opts to do here. Kraft throwing over to first. No real lead there that time by Garcia. Able to easily get back in there. Small lead once again, but that one upstairs for ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk now by Kraft, and the first 2 base runners on again now for Lynchburg.
Bring Coach White out of the dugout. Henry Steen, the right-hander, was warming in the General's pen, and he will get the call here in the 6th.
Generals moving on from Kraft after an inning of work. Kraft's final numbers, innings pitched, 26 total pitches, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, couple batters hit. Gave up that 1 run, doesn't go against him though, as it was on the error in center field. Generals going to Steen now. This one. Henry. And we're back here after Steen warming up out there on the mound, just about ready to get things going. Looks like one more warm-up pitch for him. Steen, though, on the season, made 3 appearances against Swarthmore, Mary Baldwin, and Randolph-Macon, each with 1 inning of work. Gave up 3 runs on 3 hits, the walk and the strikeout against Swarthmore, and then kept things pretty clean in his other 2 appearances. Only 1 hit given up against Mary Baldwin. And then 1 strikeout against Randolph-Macon. No runs, no hits, no walks. So we'll see what kind of damage control he's able to do coming in for Kraft, and he comes in with the first pitch strike.
Perhaps here trying to provide a little bit of length for the Generals as well out of the bullpen. Washington Lee's got a couple of midweek games next week.
That one ripped through the right side of the infield. It's going to send Garcia home. He'll get in cleanly. Runner goes from first to third, and now runners on the corners. For a good piece of hitting there from Jones. Lynchburg tacks on another run after the early hit by pitch and walk by Kraft.
Nice RBI single there from Jones. That's his first hit here in game number 2, but the most dangerous bats in the Hornets lineup comes through yet again, and it makes it an 8-1 game.
And as you were talking about, Ryan, Steen looking to give Generals a little bit of length here in this game, just not using too many arms. As you talked about, they had a couple games coming up, especially in a game that's hasn't really gone their way. They're going to try to hunker things down now with Steen. That one comes in for ball 1. He delivers home. Finds strike 1 there. Joe Gordon up to bat. He takes strike 2. 1-2 count now for Steen. Gordon's still a dangerous hitter. See if Steen opts to give him an off speed here. Does so, just misses upstairs. Good pitch, though, coming in now. Count at 2-2. Delivers home. That one sliced right into shallow right field. Runner will hold up at second. Runner from third comes in to score, and Lynchburg tack on another run, increasing their lead 9-1. Here in the 6th.
Nice 2-strike hitting there from Gordon. Short swing. It's the pitch where it's thrown. Drops in right field for his 3rd hit. Game number 2 brings in his 2nd RBI. The Hornets continue to add to their lead.
It's important to note, still nobody out in this inning. Runners on first and second. That one fouled straight back by Moore. Moore still looking for his first hit of this contest. That one just missing outside and low. Close pitch there, but Moore holds up. Umpire says that one's out. 1-1 count. Steen delivers home. Big swing there by Moore. Swing and a miss. 1-2 count now for Steen, looking to get the first out of the inning. Steen comes back to the heater right down the middle and gets Moore swinging and missing on that one to get the first out and first strikeout that he's generated in this one. That'll bring up Collins, who's been really the hot bat for Lynchburg all day. We'll see how Steen fares against him. one a little high, in for ball one. That one in there for ball two. Again, just missing outside does Steen. That one skied straight up in the air by Collins. Thornton calls it off and able to secure the second out of the top of the sixth. With the Generals, runners still on first and second.
Now batting number 5, Eric Hyatt.
And it's Eric Hyatt coming in for his first plate appearance of this second game of the doubleheader. Had a couple in that first time around. He, of course, came in as a defensive replacement for Henry last inning. It was Wright that came in for the plate appearance for Henry in his last one. But Hyatt now getting the chance in the box. Count sitting at 1-0. Steen able to find the zone for strike one. Hyatt looking to drive in a couple more runs for Lynchburg. And he makes contact with that one. That ball fading. Gets down in right field. And will at least bring in one. His runners now back on the corners, and a good piece of hitting there by Hyatt. 2-out RBI for Lynchburg.
It's the third RBI single here for the Hornets in this sixth inning. All of them have been hit to the opposite field by a right-handed hitter, dropping them right into right field, and the Hornets now with a 10-1 advantage.
Cato stepping into the box to face Steen for the first time. Steen deals that one in there for strike one. That one just missing upstairs for ball one on Cato. Steen trying to get out of the inning with no more damage done. 3 runs already put up on the board for the Hornets. That one misses low for ball two. Steen just inside there. Count moves to 3-1. Favorable count now for Cato. See what Steen tries to hit him with. And he rips that one in through the gap. Looks like it's going to be another RBI single for the Hornets in this inning, as they now have a 10-run lead. 11-1 now in the top of the sixth. 4 runs this inning and some just clutch hitting by these Hornets.
It's the fourth RBI single of the inning, all to right field. This one, the first one from a left-handed bat. Steen just trying to bear down for one final out here in the sixth.
He delivers that one low. Ball one. This Lynchburg team really getting production from just about everybody in their lineup today. You couldn't really ask for anything more. If you're a Lynchburg fan, then the all-around hitting progress that they've shown. And that one right up the middle. That'll get through to the outfield. It's like there might be a play at the plate. Not there in time. That'll score another one. That's Hyatt coming around to score, and Lynchburg just keep adding salt to the wound. 12-1 now. Up on the Generals.
Third hit of the day for Webster as well. It's been some good bats for the Hornets here in this sixth inning. The only player for Lynchburg in the starting 9 that didn't get a hit that's still in the game is Connor Moore, the catcher. Henry exited after just 2 plate appearances. When the pinch hitter right also didn't reach, but everyone else has at least a hit for the Hornets as they have put together 15 hits for 12 runs here in game number 2.
Steen deals. That one again upstairs. Count moves to 2-1. That one in for ball 3. Steen already up to about as many pitches that we saw from Kraft just in this inning. Trying to come in and be that damage control guy. It's just been a lot of merry-go-round, if you will, for the Hornets, getting hit after hit with 2 outs. That one fouled off by Garcia, and the count moves full now. For the Generals, all playing deep in the infield. Steen delivers, and that one's high. Both runners went. Doesn't matter, that one's a walk, and the bases are loaded now.
Now, Coach White will make a trip out, and then he looks down to the bullpen. We'll see the right-hander, Jimmy Horvath. Bases loaded, 12-1 game with just 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Horvath will get some work for the Generals when we come back.
And we're back here just as new pitcher Jimmy Horvath finishes his warm-ups. Trying to get the Generals out of this inning where it just has not gone their way. 5 runs given up, all on RBI singles to the right field. The Lynchburg hitting really has just come alive, especially late in this one. But really throughout this game, they've done a really good job just making contact and getting on base and forcing these Generals pitchers and players into tough situations.
So the new pitcher in the game for the Generals, their 3rd of the inning, it's the senior right-hander Jimmy Horvath. Horvath, 1 appearance this season, got the start against Mary Baldwin about a week and a half ago. Went 3 innings, no hits, no runs, a walk, and a pair of strikeouts in his only action of the season. And he'll be asked to at least get the final out of the 6th and hopefully some more for the Generals here this afternoon.
Horvath deals. That one's low for ball 1. Take a look at Steen's final stats. Just 2/3 innings pitched, about 30 pitches, 5 hits, 3 runs, and 3 earned. A walk and a strikeout with 8 total batters faced for Steen.
And he's still responsible for all 3 guys on base as well. And Horvath out of the zone on each of his first 2 pitches to fall behind 2-0.
Horvath deals again, and that one finds itself low again, and count now sitting at 3-0. Certainly don't want to walk in a run here. See what he has here with the deal. That one's outside for ball 4. That'll walk in a run. Lynchburg lead increases by 1 once again on that walk by Horvath.
Now batting, number 21, Ben Jones.
Jones steps in with the bases loaded, and 1-for-4 line here in game 2. Jones draws his second walk of the day. He's been on base 4 of his 5 times to the plate now.
Horvath once again misses low, so 5 balls in a row coming out of the pen for Horvath. See if he's able to find his groove here against Jones. He deals. That one's right in there for strike 1. Just trying to limit as much damage as possible with the bases loaded is Horvath. 2 outs, though. All they need. One more to get out of this. That one ends up low again. 4-1. Charnecko, good job to block it. Or 2-1, rather. Horvath comes home again, but moves the count to 3-1. Struggling to find the zone coming in out of the bullpen. 7 balls, 1 strike so far for Horvath. That one again upstairs, and another one will be walked in. This Lynchburg lead continues to balloon in this inning. Now up to 14 runs to W&L's 1. Joe Gordon now stepping into the box. Horvath deals. Again, all these pitches just finding themselves low for Horvath.
This is the 13th batter of the inning for Lynchburg. Gordon was up earlier this inning. 6th inning started back with a hit by pitch by Garcia, walk to Munitz. Then we had a pitching change. Jones singled, then Gordon an RBI single. We finally got an out with a strikeout and a pop out. A couple of singles after that from each of the next 3. A walk to load the bases. Another pitching change, and now back-to-back walks with the bases loaded.
Horvath really just still struggling to find the zone. Everything missing low. Count sitting at 3-0 now. He gets that one in there for strike 1. Got to think right now for the Generals, you just need Horvath to throw some strikes. See if a ball can get put in play and end the inning. He's unable to do so there, and the 3rd run in a row walked in by the Generals. Continues to increase this Lynchburg lead. Now up to 15 runs on the day. After 3 walks in a row by Horvath.
So Moore, the only player still in the game for Lynchburg that hasn't recorded a hit today. Game 2, where it's put 15 hits across for 15 runs, and after another pitch misses the zone, Campbell Charnecko will go out to talk to his pitcher in Horvath just to give him the ball back, make it a short trip to the mound.
Horvath right now just 2 strikes out of the 14 pitches that he's thrown, so really just struggling to find the control here. See if that meeting helps. That one off the end of the bat. They're going to say that one's fair in play. Horvath goes for the throw to first. That ball gets away, and at least 2 runs are going to come in. They're going to hold the runner at 3rd. The runner's now on 2nd and 3rd. 2 outs after that error throw from Horvath to first. 2 more runs come in for Lynchburg. Now leading 17-1 after a 10 spot in the 6th. Horvath misses again low there. Awkward contact made by Moore on that last play, but just a tough play for Horvath to make, and that ball got away, allowing the other one to score.
Check swing, and it was in on the hands. He almost thought it was going to hit him, but actually caught enough of the bat, and with the way that it bounced, stayed in play on the infield grass.
A big swing there from Collins. Now the count moves to 1-2. Horvath just trying to stop this disaster inning from going on any further. That one right down the middle for strike 3, which will get him out of the inning, but not before Lynchburg puts up a big 10 spot, increasing their lead 17-1 as we move to the bottom of the 6th.
Now on the mound for the Hornets, number 41, Tice Fischel.
Back here getting ready to go. Some bottom of the 6th inning action after Lynchburg puts up a 10 spot in the top. A new pitcher coming in for the Hornets. It's going to be Tice Fischel, making his fourth appearance of the season, and it'll be Nick Lagas, the one to face him here. That one comes in for strike 1. The first pitch from Fischel.
Fischel pitched in a couple of games last weekend. Inning of work on Saturday against York, got a strikeout and a longer outing, got 3 2/3, a no-hit ball and scoreless ball with 3 strikeouts. So after giving up 2 hits and 2 runs in his first appearance, he's done well over the last 4 2/3, not conceding a hit while striking out 4.
You got to think with such a big run lead too that they're just Lynchburg just sending them out there, maybe letting him show his stuff a little bit and see what kind of work he can do. Count evens at 2 apiece. Shell deals on the 2-2. That one staying inside. Count will move full for Lagas. General's offensive production certainly not been top-notch today, but still always chances to get on the board, and you got to think that Coach White would love to see some fight from his team despite the big deficit here in the bottom of the 6th. Slagus fouls that one behind. Count remains full. That one nearly hits Slagus. That inside, though, and he'll take the leadoff walk. General's able to get their base runners on the last few innings rather early in the lineup. Just not really able to string anything together. We'll see if Thornton and Lagas are able to get things going. Thornton checks into the box. That one's inside by Fischel for ball 1. Again, inside. Fischel missing a little bit inside there a couple times on Lagas as well.
Yeah, part of that, I think, for him is you had such a long layoff while warming up. If you were coming into the game before that inning started, you see 15 guys go to the plate. Your team scored 10 runs. And even though you're loosely tossing throughout, you really just never know when that inning is going to come to an end for you to check into that game. And it seems like he's trying to find himself here at the start of the bottom of the 6th.
He's able to find a strike with that last pitch as he's ready to deal now. That one upstairs again and inside. So 3-1 count to Thornton. It was a really long wait, as you said, Ryan, for Fischel getting into this game. Just a massive inning at the top of that 6th. Here he goes with the 3-1. That one stays low, so a couple of walks for the Generals to start this bottom of the 6th. See if that contributes to.
Now batting number 23, Oakley Rempel.
And he runs put across the board, and a pinch hitter now for the Generals, Oakley Rempel. Checking into the game for Nathan DeWitt in the DH spot.
Rempel, the first year for the Generals. They get a chance to swing the bat here. Just 5 at-bats for him this year. A double and a run scored. 1 for 5. And those all came against Mary Baldwin last week.
That one at the feet of Moore. He couldn't spot it there. Lagas opting to stay at second. That one goes in there for ball 1. Fischel delivers, and that one misses again. Struggling early in these counts is Fischel. Still trying to find himself pitching out there this inning. Certainly think that his leash is quite long given the score of this game. He's able to find strike 1 in there on Rempel. The delivery, and that one's skied foul. See if it stays in play. That one just out of the reach of Hyatt, but that'll move the count 2-2 on Rempel. Fischel the delivery. That one comes home right, chopped up the middle to the shortstop. He only has time to go to first. And a good pick by DeWitt will secure the out. Both runners move up a base. So runners on second and third now with 1 down. And that'll bring up John Turner to the plate. See if he's able to drive in a run or two for this Generals team. Shell delivers that one in there for strike one. Looking like he's finding his groove a little bit more here after he's had some chance to warm up out there on the mound.
For some of these Generals hitters, just trying to put together some quality at-bats. Just try and find pitches that you like and not really worry about what the score is at this juncture. You got runners on second and third, less than 2 outs. How can I find a way, if I'm John Turner, to bring in a couple of runs here? Hit the ball to the right side of the infield. Get the ball in the air. Try and bring in a run on a sac fly.
Looks like that might be his option here. That ball trailing foul. And they're going to say it's a fair ball. That one just dropped by the left fielder. A great effort to get over there and try to make a play. And just as you were saying, Ryan, find a way to get some runs in, and he clears the bases there with that one. Left fielder trying to make his case for that ball being foul. He's trying to point at the ground that nobody can really see from over there.
Yeah, he was Webster had a long run to that ball, and it was right down the line. It was carrying towards foul territory. He kind of dove out to try and make the catch, and that one landed just about on the left side of the line and would be foul territory, and he's making his argument that that's the case. The third base umpire is all the way in the infield grass. The way that the corner is angled, the fence kind of sticks out and kind of comes back down. It was very close to the line, and they ruled fair ball for what was a 2-run double for John Turner.
And it was a great effort by Webster to even get over there and get to the ball, and it looks like a pitching swap already. Michelle is going to come out of the game. Not sure what the number is coming in yet.
Lynchburg will make a change here, and right-hander will come in out of the Lynchburg bullpen. 1 out, bottom of the 6th, a 17-3 game. Hornets in front of the Generals.
And we're back here at Captain Dick Smith Field, campus of Washington and Lee. After a quick Lynchburg pitching change, Brock Duff, the senior right-hander from Lynchburg, Virginia, coming in to the game, trying to stop the small amount of bleeding for Lynchburg that they had this inning after the 2 RBI double from Turner. That was little bit controversial whether or not that ball was fair or not, but the umpires say it was, and the Generals tack on a couple of extra runs.
Duff this season making his 5th appearance, 1-0. A .96 ERA for him, 10 strikeouts in 9 1/3.
He finds his first strike of his appearance. Turner still sitting there on second base with Ramser up at the plate. So the Generals can keep this little small run going that they have here. And Ramser hits that one right down the third base side. Third baseman unable to come up with it is Collins. That'll get Turner over to third, and Ramser on to first. Go down as a base hit for Paul Ramser. Generals getting a little bit of action going now here in the bottom of the 6th. I'll bring up Larmore, number 8 hitter for the Generals.
0 for 1 with a walk is Larmore, and catcher Moore going to give some signals here with first and third and less than 2 outs. Maybe if the runner chose to go, not worth throwing down and let him get the stolen base, or perhaps they're going to try and cut down the runner if he elects to go, and Larmore looks at a first pitch strike.
I think the Generals probably likely to send Ramsor here. Got nothing really to lose. Certainly use the extra 90 feet. Just depends on when they want to do it. That check swing, that ball sails out of play over the first base dugout. Count quickly now at 0-2. Duff on the 0-2. Larmore unable to hold up on that one, and a little upset with himself there. Check swing strikeout for Duff, and now that'll bring up Mike Carpenter, a 9-hole hitter for this Generals team, trying to come up with a big 2-out hit to bring in another run. Duff deals that one a little high. As you said earlier, Ryan, the Generals can't really think about the scoreboard. You just got to do whatever you can to bring in that next guy on the bases. That's what Carpenter should be thinking here. That one just a little bit high and outside. On his ball 2.
And for Carpenter, a guy that hasn't had it going at the plate so far today, last time up had first and second, nobody out. He flew out to first base. Knows he wants another crack with guys on base.
That one's in there for strike 1. Caught the inside corner. Call's been there all day. A lot of players made some faces at the umpire, but he's been calling that one consistently. That one back upstairs again. Larmore holds off. Now finds the count at 3-1. He's able to get on base. That'll bring it right back up to the top of the lineup with Jonathan French. That one inside. He thought it was ball 4, but as I said just a moment ago, those inside calls have been here all day. You got to expect it if you're up there at the plate. Duff on the 3-2. Good job there fighting that one off for Carpenter. Keeps the count full. Just trying to fight it off and wait till he sees something he can put in play. Foul tip that one. Right in between the legs of Moore. Ramsor was off to the races there. Given that there was 2 outs, full count. Has to head back, though. Umpire just recollecting a few balls for himself. Gives the catcher a moment to recoup, and pitcher is now set. Duff again on the 3-2. That one Chopper gets through the left side, and that'll score another run. That one just a little bit too quick for Collins or Garcia to get to, and a good piece of hitting there from Larmore will give the Generals another run. Slowly chipping away at this lead. Still down 17-4, but certainly have found some offensive success this inning.
Third run that inning on the RBI single for Mike Carpenter through the left side. Ball just had a lot of spin on it when it came off the bounce. The first hopped up. The second one just completely died. It went right under Collins' glove as he had to move to his left.
Duff now delivers. That one in there for strike one. French now back up to the plate. 2 hits today on 3 at-bats. His other plate appearance ended in a strikeout. As you talked about earlier, Ryan, 1 stolen bag, caught stealing once as well. Quickly now down 0-2 in the count to Duff. See if French is able to keep the bats moving for the Generals. That one very close to the plate, but just outside. Good pitch there from Duff. French able to hold up. Count moves to 1-2.
You know, you've got the first 2 calls on the outside corner trying to nibble a little bit more off that outside edge.
Swing and a miss there from French. That'll end the inning. The Generals able to tack on 3 runs, but a huge Lynchburg spot in the top of the 6th keeps the lead at 17-4 as we enter the top of the 7th. About to get ready for some top of the 7th action here. Generals going with a quick pitching change. It's going to be the sophomore, number 21, Will Hanna, coming into the game from Ridgefield, Connecticut. So that'll be the end of the day for Horvath.
Hanna just one other appearance this year. Came against Mary Baldwin last week. Gave up 1 hit in his 1 inning of work. No runs, no walks, and no strikeouts. So opportunity to at least see the mound for the 2nd time this season.
He's able to deal his first pitch in there for strike 1 and tie it up at the plate. His 2nd time hitting today. Got a 1 hit earlier, scored a run, and also drove in 1 run. That one fouled down the line. Long run there for Carpenter, unable to track it down. Quickly now, Hanna goes up 0-2. Facing the bottom part of the order here for Lynchburg. It's Hyatt, Cato, and Webster, then back up to the top. He deals that one straight away center. Perfect position there for French and able to put the out away. So rather calm first batter there for Hanna. Just what the Generals were hoping to see, and that will bring Cato to the plate.
for Hannah here. Also an opportunity to show what he has on the mound and earn himself some extra appearances as the season goes.
Dealing now with a strike one in there. And I probably got the word that, just go out there, show us what you got, and try to get three quick outs for us. And he's certainly trying to do that here with another 0-2 count quickly, this time on Cato.
Came back with the off-speed pitch that time in the same spot.
That one fading away a little bit on him. Trying to get Cato to chase there. He won't do so. Count goes to 1-2. That one inside. Hit foul. Well out of play. No chance for anybody to track that one down. The count remains at 1-2. That one inside. Holding off there is Cato. Count goes 2-2 now. Hannah and Cato battling each other here. Hannah delivers that one. Trailing foul again. Will stay in play, but no way anybody was going to be able to get to that one. Cato just battling these pitches off.
For Hannah, what does he have as a put-away pitch here on 2-2?
There he goes. Down on 3 strikes goes Cato. Hannah, 2 up, 2 down so far in this inning. Exactly what the Generals were hoping to see from him.
Just took a little off that one that time was Hannah, and Cato was ahead of everything else that he had been throwing and well out in front of the off-speed pitch there. 2 gone here in the top of the 7th.
Webster now immediately making contact. That one lands in right field. A base hit for Webster on the first pitch. Just being aggressive early in that at-bat, and turns out well for him.
What a day out of the 9-hole for Logan Webster. 4 through 5 now with 3 runs and 2 runs batted in. A 9 spot in the order for the Hornets.
Now back up to the top for Garcia. See if he's able to do any damage here with 2 outs. That one outside for ball 1. Garcia's 5th time up at the plate this game. Or 6th time, rather. They've 6th time through the lineup for the Hornets.
He's 2 for 3, a walk and a hit by pitch.
That one in there for strike 1. Count moves to 2-1. There again for strike 2, and one more strike rather now for the Generals to get out of this one. Webster still on first. He goes. Charneco throw down. Just got in there in time. It's a good throw from Charneco, but Webster able to beat the tag.
That right leg, Webster getting to the bag first.
Count full now at the plate. Hannah deals. That one skied right on the left side of the infield. Going out of play. Thornton there to make the catch, and that will end the inning. No damage done there by the Hornets. Just one hit by Webster there, but stranded on second base. We now move to the bottom of the 7th. Now here in the bottom of the 7th, it's Charnecko coming up for the Generals, but a pitching change for Lynchburg trying to close this one out. It's Colin McGuire, the sophomore from Cross Junction, Virginia, coming into this one. He was warming up in that last one, but that last game rather, but never made an appearance. But he makes his appearance here in the second game of the doubleheader in the bottom of the 7th. Pitching now to Charnecko, and that one's in there for strike one.
And McGuire is warming up at the end of game one because there was a save situation. He has 2 saves as the Hornets closer this year. That was a 3-1 game in the 9th inning, and your starting pitcher was really strapped on pitches. Nice diving play there from Garcia across the diamond in time.
What an excellent play there by Garcia. Get the out on Charnecko. A hard hit ball. Garcia able to get to that one, and quick out for Lynchburg. 2 more to go. They'll have themselves a doubleheader victory. Both fronts.
Pinch hitter here for the Generals and Frankie Maloof.
Now batting number 11, Frankie Maloof.
This is Maloof's first appearance in either game, and first pitch swinging. That one sent deep into right center field. And Cato, long run, able to track that one down. A good effort there. Collides with the wall at the end of that play, but a couple quick outs already by McGuire, and the Generals find themselves down to their last out.
Now batting number 22, Andrew Thornton.
I'll bring Thornton up to the plate. Trying to keep this Generals game going on. See if McGuire's able to shut him down or Thornton will keep it going. That one in there for ball one. McGuire deals. One in there for strike one. 1-1 count now for Thornton. Two-one count now after that pitch finished low. Big swing and a miss there on a breaking ball in the dirt. Thornton thought that was something else. Thought he saw something he didn't, and now the count sits at 2-2. The final strike for W&L. McGuire right down the middle, and he'll find strike 3 to end this one. Number 5, Lynchburg Hornets come into Washington and Lee and take both games. This one by a final score of 17-4, thanks in large part to a huge 6th inning that they scored 10 runs in, Ryan.
The Hornets really strung together hits in that 6th inning. They sent 15 guys to the plate. They had a stretch of 5 or 6 guys that got RBI singles in that half inning. A couple of other errors compounded for the Generals, and Lynchburg ended up putting a 10 spot up in just the 6th, and they walk away with a 17-4 win here in 7 innings. Get a pair of wins and improve to 12-1 on the season.
Yeah, when you look at these 2 games for Lynchburg, just really dominated pitching for most of the way. And then in the second one, their offense really just came alive, scored absolutely every single run that they would need to. Generals pitching in that inning struggled certainly quite a lot, and their defensive play also leaves some room to be desired with those 4 errors. Offensively, they didn't really get things going until the end of that one, and Lynchburg put together a dominant second game victory here on the second game of this 2-game doubleheader. They won the first one by a final score 3-1, much closer than this one, but Lynchburg really found all the pieces they needed to win and got the job done today.
Absolutely, Shane. And up next for the Generals, they got a 5-game road trip ahead. They are at Shenandoah on Tuesday, at Mary Baldwin on Thursday, a doubleheader at Averett next Saturday, and then at Bridgewater the following Wednesday, March 19th. The next home game for the Generals 2 weeks from today, a doubleheader against Hampton-Sydney here on March 22nd. An opportunity here to pick up a couple of wins next week. 4 games in the next 7 days for the Generals. It starts on Tuesday at Shenandoah. Lynchburg will have a chance to head back home to the Hornets.
Yeah, the Hornets actually have a couple games away for their next couple. They're on Tuesday, March 11th. They're at Greensboro, and then the next day they're heading over to Methodist in Fayetteville, North Carolina. They got a couple games at home that Saturday against Eastern Mennonite before they're back out on the road against Hampton City the next time around. But it's really an overall great performance today from Lynchburg as they're able to come away with 2 big ODAC victories to get their ODAC season kicked off. The Generals fall to 1-3 in ODAC play following the loss here today. Lynchburg really just dominated the offensive play. This one, 16 total hits, 17 runs scored, 1 error on their side. The Generals with the 4 runs, 7 hits on 4 errors. For Ryan Connell and Shane Riley on the Washington and Lee Sports Network, we say thank you so much for tuning in today to both first game and the second game of this doubleheader, if you're able to do so, or either one, no matter which way around. We always appreciate you guys tuning in, and we hope to catch you back here the next time around when the Generals take on Bridgewater here at home on March 19th. Have a great rest of your evening.